It's Katie Lee, and this is Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast, a replay of today's full show. Z103, it's Katie Lee. I'm really struggling with this whole early dark type of situation with my dog. So obviously we've had this happening for literally my whole life. It's always been this way. I don't know why it's making a big difference now. Mostly because I have a dog now that is all my responsibility. And she is a high energy dog. And it is also freezing outside, okay? She is an inside dog when I am home. She spends the day outside gallivanting through the yard and yada, 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 playing with the cats. But when I go home, she's supposed to be, a little bit more tired. No, she's been sick these past couple of days. And so now she has all of this pent up energy that she's had while she's been sick. And last night, I did so many things with her, tried everything to get this girl to chill out. Chill out. We went on a walk in the middle of the night. We did training for like an hour and a half. We did so many things. And yet this girl was still sitting there looking at me when I was trying to calm down for the evening, trying to get ready for bed and everything. She just looked at me. She's like, no, we're not done yet. I would like to play more. I was like, no, we're done. I gave you all the time of the day that I had. It is my time now. And so it took a while, but I finally got her to chill out. I think it was she chilled out mostly because she was annoyed with me. You can tell when she's annoyed with me because she'll get on the couch, she'll put her head up on the side of the armrest, and then she'll sigh like 3 or 4 times just to get my attention. She'll be like, I'm just like, oh, you are so dramatic. The most dramatic dog I've ever experienced in my whole entire life. That is Nix. I didn't know German Shepherds were so dramatic. Seriously. Such attitudes. Anyways, she was sweet. Eventually, she came over and snuggled with me. But this whole early dark thing, I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it very, very much. Aw, Ben Affleck had a high praise for Jennifer Lopez's performance in Unstoppable. How cute. Let's see. We also have Keanu Reeves says he puked a couple of times doing stunts for John Wick, but, quote, that's what makes it good. I love that, man. Sources say Emma Stone shaved her head for an upcoming movie. And Kelly Clarkson will host NBC's Christmas at Rockefeller Center. We got some music news. Shaboozey is back. Number 1 of the Hot 100 for 16th non-consecutive week. Let's see. Jimmy Fallon, who has a holiday album of his own out, names the 6 holiday albums you should own. I'm not going to tell you which ones they are, but I definitely want to go listen to Jimmy's now. Grimes used Olivia Rodrigo's comment about men going into space as an excuse to throw some shade at her ex, Elon Musk. I would have done the same thing. And Jason Kelce says he's not proud of his actions during that confrontation with the obnoxious fan at the Penn State game. It is what it is. All right, that is your 2 o'clock tea here on Z103. It's a day that I only get to celebrate half of because I'm only half ginger. I'm only half redhead. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Why couldn't I be full ginger? I didn't get the beautiful red hair, but I got the ginger skin, the skin that burns so easily in the sun. Yeah, that's me. But at the same time, it's National Redhead Day, so if you know a redhead, celebrate them. They deserve to be celebrated. Z103, it's Katie Lee. So I have this new movie idea. I was scrolling through Facebook yesterday and I found there was basically a castle-looking house for sale in Wyoming for $14 million. If anybody wants to give me $14 million, I would love you forever. But here's my movie idea, okay? Princess Diaries in Wyoming. Literally could be the same movie plot of the original Princess Diaries. City girl from New York City finds out that her long-lost father, grandma, or whatever is a big, giant rancher within Wyoming. And she'd be like, what? I'm a rancher? Shut up. And so she has to go to the lands of Wyoming to that big old castle-looking thing. And she's the queen of the ranchers and has to learn how to live the ranching life. I don't know. It sounded fun in my brain. Also, remember that I am from a ranching family, so it was just that it sounded fun. Also, $14 million for that castle. Who decided to build a castle in the middle of Wyoming? Out of all places? It is really pretty, though. I'm not going to lie. So that's my movie idea. It's really, really, really hard right now for me because I'm trying to find some movies to watch in the evening so I can chill out But all I want to do with this colder weather, my house is warm and snuggly. I just want to watch a Christmas movie. But I tell myself that I cannot watch them until after Thanksgiving, because if I start watching them now, I'm not going to have enough to watch throughout the month of December. So I have to just contain myself. No Christmas movies until after Thanksgiving. Z103, it's Katie Lee. I may have made a mistake. I got ambitious for 2 seconds and told my mom that I was going to make something for Thanksgiving this year, which I never do because I'm not a very good cook in my family. Okay? I have been getting a lot better, but if there's one thing that I do know how to make, it is good homemade mac and cheese, and I want to try a new recipe this year. But now I'm getting a little concerned that I'm going to have to make 3 times the amount that I normally make. And then this is all up at the ranch, too. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this. And then also the whole thing, the main thing I don't like to make food for other people is because I don't want them to pretend that it tastes good if it tastes like crap. I need somebody to tell me if it doesn't taste good. But then also the other part of it is just I can't take that criticism. I already know that I'm not the greatest cook in the world. But I'm if somebody tells me that it doesn't taste good, I'm going to freak out a little bit. I'll be oh, I'm sorry. I tried really hard. Here, put a lot of salt and pepper in it and you won't even be able to taste the crappiness of the food. But at the same time, I know that I can probably make something really good. This is the battle that I've had in my head for the past couple of days, ever since I told my mom that I was going to make it for Thanksgiving. Sorry, I started talking really fast there for a second. I apologize. Anyways, if anybody has any tips on making really good mac and cheese and making sure it does taste good, let me know. 208-524-1033. I'm going to try and make it this week just so I can get it down before Thanksgiving. Basically, I'm going to be having macaroni and cheese for the next 3 weeks. What got harder or easier for you with daylight saving? 208-524-1033 or go comments on Facebook at Z103 Idaho. I've been talking about it a bunch today. The fact that I don't get to take my dog out on long walks in the daylight. We have to go in the middle of the night now, and it's cold because the sun goes down, and just trying to get all our energy out after work now. It's hard. Anyways, but that's all I really have. What about you? 208-524-1033. What got harder or easier for you with daylight saving? Kathy says dogs don't participate in daylight savings. There's not an extra hour of sleep, and they want to eat at 7 instead of 8. This is true. Rebecca, easier to drive my daughter to the bus stop because I'm blind in the dark. No, seriously. The mornings are a lot nicer now. Nancy, I'm older and have some night driving problems. Being a night person and not going out after dark is depressing. You know what? I feel that. I really feel that. Let's see. Zach Harder, I work retail at night. Seems like I am working longer. That's the truth right there. And then you go home and you're ready for bed because it's dark, but it's only 5:30. It sucks. So what got harder or easier for you with daylight saving? 208-524-1033 or go comments on Facebook at Z103 Idaho. In the world of having to do everything and anything, saying yes to everything, people-pleasing and all of this, there is a 85-year-old lady that is going viral on TikTok after she told people how she learned to say no to stuff, okay? And I just want to play this little voice clip of her real quick for you of how she learned to say no.
I don't feel any different from when I was 16. I still think about boys and I still hate my hair. That has not changed. You know what the big difference is?
Tell us.
I can say no. And younger people are so anxious to please. Oh, yes, I can do that. Oh, sure, I want that. Oh, yes, that's a good idea. I've learned to say, I'm sorry, that doesn't really work for me. I've never been able to say that, ever. I was invited to go camping. Why would I go camping? And I did it because I was ashamed to say, that's not really me. And you know what happened? And I get up in the middle of the night. I didn't know where the latrine was. I went out in the forest and I wiped myself with a leaf and it was poison ivy.
Oh, no.
Thank you very much.
And that is why we learn to say no. Sometimes it's really needed. All I gotta say is if it's not your vibe, it's not your thing, say no. Okay? It's not a terrible thing to say no sometimes. It's probably going to help you in the long run if you learn to say no every now and then. So, take it from Annie. Probably say no so you don't use poison ivy as toilet paper. Z103, it's Katie Lee. I was going through some things that I was looking at earlier. Starbucks releases cups for 2024 holiday season. I don't really care about the design, but then I saw this one. It says, best election day food deals you can score today. And guess what? We don't have any of them. Krispy Kreme, we don't have that. IKEA, we don't have that. Johnny Rockets, Fazoli's. We used to have a Fazoli's, didn't we? I remember as a kid we had a Fazoli's. But no, we don't have that. Dave & Buster's, Lazy Dog, Pizza to the Pulse. Yep, nothing of that. Kind of a bummer. So hopefully you still voted today. I got to go find something around here. I still want a Krispy Kreme. I want a Krispy Kreme here so bad. I don't even care about getting free donuts. I just want a Krispy Kreme's donuts around here somewhere that are fresh. Fresh Krispy Kremes. That is the way to my heart. You know, I feel like if you're doing something illegal, like, I don't know, carrying around drugs, being a drug dealer, you should follow all the laws of the world so you don't get caught, right? You try and do everything that you can so you don't get caught. Well, guess what? He did. A suspected drug dealer on Staten Island got caught because he got on a bus and he didn't pay the bus fare. Super small. Usually when you don't do that, it's literally just a ticket. But NYPD bus enforcement unit joined in, caught him, talked to him, found 52 bags of substance and other stuff. He's 40 years old. He's done 5 years for drugs and weapon charges before. He got parole in February, but now he's facing fresh charges for criminal possession of controlled substance, criminal possession with intent to sell, and theft of services for not paying the bus fare. Man, dude, if you just paid the bus fare, you would have been in the clear. Z103, it's Katie Lee, and I'm out of here for the day, my friends. Hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening. Y'all stay safe, stay legit, be awesome. Make sure you get out and vote before the polling stations close. And other than that, peace out. Thanks for listening to Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Katie Lee on Z103 is hosted by Katie Lee and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.